Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into the chemistry topic of geometric isomerism. We'll break down everything you need to know, so let's jump right in. Before we dive into geometric isomerism, let's first understand what isomerism is. Isomers are compounds that share the same molecular formula but have different structural arrangements of atoms. In other words, while the number and type of atoms are the same, they are connected or arranged differently. For example, butane can show two different structures, isomers. Even though both have the same molecular formula, one is butane and the other is isobutane. Isomers come in different types: structural isomers and stereoisomers. Today, we're going to focus mainly on one type of stereoisomerism, called geometric isomerism. Geometric isomerism, also known as cis-trans isomerism, happens when compounds with the same molecular formula have different spatial arrangements of groups around a double bond or a ring structure. For example, we have two molecules, one labeled as cis and the other labeled as trans, showing different arrangements around a double bond. So, why do double bonds play a key role in geometric isomerism? Well, double bonds restrict the rotation of atoms. Unlike single bonds where atoms can rotate freely, double bonds lock the atoms in place. This restriction leads to the possibility of different spatial arrangements, or isomers. For geometric isomerism to occur, two conditions need to be met. There must be restricted rotation, usually because of a double bond or a ring structure. Each carbon atom in that double bond or ring must have two different groups attached to it. If either condition isn't met, you won't get geometric isomers. Let's break down the terms cis and trans. In the cis isomer, similar groups are positioned on the same side of the double bond. In the trans isomer, those groups are on opposite sides. This difference in positioning can greatly impact the compound's properties. As you can see, in cis-2-butene, the two methyl groups are on the same side of the double bond, while in trans-2-butene, the methyl groups are on opposite sides. This same applies to the hydrogen atoms. On the cis isomer, they're on the same side, and the trans isomer, they're on opposite sides. In cis-pent-2-ene, the two larger groups, one methyl and one ethyl group, are on the same side of the double bond at carbon 2. Likewise, the hydrogen atoms attached to these carbons are also on the same side. This makes it the cis isomer. On the other hand, in trans-pent-2-ene, the methyl and ethyl group are on opposite sides of the double bond. The hydrogen atoms are also positioned on opposite sides, which gives it the trans configuration. So far we've talked about double bonds, but geometric isomerism can also happen in ring compounds. In ring structures, the ring itself restricts the rotation around bonds. If two groups attached to the ring are on the same side, it's referred to as the cis form. But if the groups are on opposite sides, it's the trans form. Now, when we represent these structures in 3D, we use wedges to show the spatial arrangement. A solid wedge means the group is coming out towards you, while a hashed wedge means the group is going away from you. This is a helpful way to visualize the difference between the cis and trans forms. In the cis form of 3-methylcyclobutanol, the hydroxyl group and the methyl group are both positioned on the same side of the ring. We could use hashed wedges to show these groups going away from us, indicating that they're on the same side. In the trans form, the methyl group is positioned coming towards us, represented by a solid wedge, while the hydroxyl group is pointing away from us, represented by a hashed wedge. This clearly shows they're positioned in opposite directions. Let's explore geometric isomerism in 1,2-dibromocyclohexane. In the cis form of 1,2-dibromocyclohexane, both bromine atoms are attached to the carbons of the cyclohexane ring and positioned on the same side of the ring. This can be represented with both bromine atoms coming towards us using solid wedges. In the trans form, the two bromine atoms are on opposite sides of the ring. One bromine is coming towards us, shown by a solid wedge, while the other bromine points away from us, shown by a hashed wedge. This arrangement indicates that the bromine atoms are positioned in opposite directions. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you understand geometric isomerism a little better. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below and I'll happily answer them. See you in the next video.